Hi everyone. So coming to you live from Italy. Delilah and I made it. That was a long trip, and we're both pretty beat. Um, and yeah, great time to practice this thing called mindfulness. Um, yeah, just feeling that exhaustion kick in, and just noticing what the mind does with that. It's like, oh, I'm so tired. I got to lay down, or got to do this, or can't do that. And the ability, I think, just to hang with, yeah, so this is what is right now. So quick reminder, there's a definition of mindfulness: paying attention on purpose, what's happening in the present moment. And the without judgment part is always the hardest part, right? Because we can pay attention to something in the present moment and then either layer on all kinds of positive or negative value judgments on it. And so the key here is just the ability, I think, to just take a step back and say, oh, this is just what is right now. And the cool thing is, when we do that, I think we have this ability to just stay in the now. And so the question that I want to put on the table today is, who would I be without my story? And so when we're hungry or tired or just kind of depleted, we have a pretty big story. Oftentimes, the story involves an identity of being the weary traveler, or being this person or that person. And if you strip that away, you quickly find yourself just being some ordinary person standing in a line or sitting on a bench, or, it's really pretty simple and straightforward. But it's the story that adds all the drama, and oftentimes the suffering that accompanies whatever that situation is. So yeah, let's spend some time there and see if this lands at all. So close your eyes. Actually, let's just jump right into, see if you can identify a story, or maybe even stories, plural, that maybe you were attached to this morning or recently. Stories oftentimes appear when we en- enter some kind of a struggle, either conflict with somebody else. It doesn't have to be a major thing. It can be, you know, uh, I don't know, a situation as you're driving your car, you see someone, they do something, the compulsion to like honk your horn and let them know that you're there. Um, or maybe attaching to some kind of idea of who you are in relation to someone who always does something or never does something. Just see if you can identify a story that is commonplace for you. And then get into the juicy bits of that story. What's it like to be the protagonist or antagonist in that situation? Sometimes we're the victim because they're doing something to us, or life is doing something to me. We're usually at the center of our story. So just noticing the context, the narrative that accompanies the story about me, in contrast to the rest of the world or them. And then more often than not, when it comes to negative stories, there's some kind of some victim mentality in the middle of it. Like, I'm being wronged somehow, or life is dishing out things unfairly, or there's a problem and I'm in the middle of it. So see if you can identify that, if it resonates. And it can be really sort of even innocuous at times. Like, I noticed today, feeling tired, walking through a busy airport, not seeing any free seats anywhere. And it's so quick, that my mind jumped into this like, oh, this is typical. This is such a problem. No seats for me to sit down. And I had to kind of catch myself and notice, like, hey, it's not a big deal. You're just, it's okay. You've stood before. You'll survive. But it took some sort of inner work to kind of cajole that victim character within me back out to see if you can identify that character in your story. And then here comes the awesome $1 million question: is imagine yourself in that situation, and who would you be without that story? So without the story of being the victim, or things being unfair, things being a problem, what are you left with? In my case, I was just a guy with a suitcase standing in the middle of a busy airport. All the other stuff just kind of disappeared. So once you can see the story or the narrative more clearly, it's also much easier to strip it away and just see what you're left with. So I find that question really helpful. Who would I be without my story about this person or this problem, these issues? What am I left with? In my experience, it's a pretty reliable way of re-entering the present moment, because what you're left with is always you, right here, right now, in this moment. Everything else is just, it's just a story. And if you really start stripping all the stories away, my mentors taught me that you're really left with kind of three options. You're either standing, sitting down, or lying down. And she said everything else is just a story. There's a real beauty and simplicity to that kind of mindfulness of stripping away the narrative about all the problems. Take a deep breath in, slow breath out, just settling deeper into the body in this moment, exhaling all the way, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in, and out, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more. In, out, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Come on back. Um, that's it. I'm looking forward to going to bed, and I will see you all tomorrow.